Welcome into rain-swept Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland. It's the Giants and the Redskins. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, who has set the line. He likes the Redskins -2. Misty's here as well. Both these teams have been eliminated from the playoffs, just finishing out the schedule. The Giants will get the ball first. We're underway. Live from Landover, Maryland. Fielded by Kylan Johnson, a yard deep, brings it out. And Johnson brings it out to the 27-yard line. I think it's raining harder here than it was in Baltimore, where we just left. Just 40 miles up the road. Giants will come out, led by William Rogers, the second-year quarterback out of Ole Miss. It's definitely foggier here than it was in Baltimore. Yep. I set the rain. I've got a chart. I've got a weather chart that I roll. And all the eastern seaboard cities have rain this week. The weather chart's set up in regions. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. William Rogers hands off to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson 2 yards out to the 29-yard line. Let's take a look at the Giants offense. Up front, Barnett, Kelly, Hall, Palmer, and Maxwell. And then it's Collins, Eric Johnson, Kylan Johnson, Kennedy, and East. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line. When you play this game in franchise mode, it does the weather for you. But I don't use franchise mode because franchise mode, I'd have to use all 32 teams, and I don't want to do that. On 2nd and 8 from the 29, Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers to Eric Johnson up the middle, and Eric Johnson out to the 39, a gain of 10. First down, G-Men. Eric Johnson in his 3rd year out of Duke. On the tackle, number 50, that's Cameron Wright, the rookie linebacker out of Oregon. The Giants at 6 and 8. The Redskins at 4 and 10. Got a weird thing going with my crowd noise. 1st and 10 from the 39. Rogers back. Rogers throws, and it's nearly picked off. He was looking for James East. Incomplete. Let's take a look at the Redskin defense. They play a 3-4. Trickett, Ray, and Enoch up front. The linebackers, Kaufman, Foster, Wright, and Malott. And the secondary for the Redskins, Wallace, Wright, Cole, and James. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Giants at their own 39-yard line. 6:56 left to play. Here in the first half, just underway. Crowd noise makes it sound like there's 10 people here. 2nd and 10. Rogers back. Throws to the near side. Picked off. The Redskins pick it off. Edwin James, the 7th-year defensive back out of Oregon State. And William Rogers throws a pick. And the Redskins are going to have it at their own 47-yard line. So the Giants' opening drive ends in a pick. And James definitely got both feet in. So the Redskins, led by their starting quarterback, Kurt Sullivan, in his 9th year out of Florida State, will get the ball at their own 47-yard line following the interception Let's see if they can capitalize and get the touchdown. Something weird going on with the crowd noise again. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Dante Sciali. And Sciali, a big gain. Still on his feet, out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 32-yard gain for Dante Sciali, the sixth-year running back out of Marshall. First down, Redskins. If Madden 24 ends up being a good game, or a decent game, I'll even settle with a decent game, then this will be the second to last game of the Redskins. Of course, they'll play in Week 16 next week. Sullivan on 1st and 10 from the Giant 29. Sullivan play action. It's a blitz. It's a sack and a fumble, and the Giants pick it up. Sullivan was flung to the turf by Julius Sanders, the fourth-year linebacker out of Connecticut. Sanders caused the fumble. Who came up with it? Number 30. And that is Sam Tarver, the fourth-year safety out of Arkansas. So both teams on their opening drive turn it over. And now the Giants will get it back. The Giants threw a pick, and the Redskins fumbled it away. So for the second possession now, the Giants will start at their own 43-yard line. 6:31 left to play here in the first quarter, no score. In the rain here in D.C., in Landover. 43 degrees at kickoff. Showers. Showers all up and down the East Coast. Rodgers rolls out. Looking, throws downfield to Collins. And Patrick Collins, the forward progress, out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be second and inches. Patrick Collins in his 8th year out of Georgia. Let's go over the doubleheader tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll get out of this rain. It'll be Pittsburgh at Cleveland, and then Atlanta at Tampa Bay. That'll be tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. On second and inches, Rodgers back, throws underneath to Kennedy, and James Kennedy down to the 34-yard line. The 12th-year tight end out of Cincinnati. And the Giants are in Redskin territory for the first time. If I end up going to Madden 24, I will miss the Redskins. I will. I'll miss this helmet. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 5 receivers set wide. Rodgers in the gun, empty backfield. Rodgers back. Rodgers throws to the near side to Doss. Down the sideline. Down to the 18-yard line. Chris Doss, the 4th-year receiver out of Army. And that'll be a gain of 16 yards. And a Giant first down. So the Giants, it looks like they've recovered from the pick on the first drive. They've got a good drive now. One of the games tomorrow, Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Pittsburgh is the number 1 seed. They can wrap up the number 1 seed with a win tomorrow. 1st and 10. Rodgers hands off to David Parks. And Parks gets out to the 15-yard line, a gain of 3. In his second year out of Michigan State. In the AFC, there's 4 teams that are 10-4. Miami, the Jets, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. Of those 4, Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker. What's up, Caden? On 2nd and 7, Rodgers back. Rodgers rolls out. He's going to take off down the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A 13-yard gain by William Rogers, the second-year quarterback out of Ole Miss. It'll be 1st and goal Giants at the Redskin 2-yard line. You know what I may do when I get Madden 24? Which if I end up using it for next season, I might still call Washington the Redskins, just to piss people off. I don't have to call them the other name if I don't have to. They still have the W on their helmet, but they can still be the Redskins. 1st and goal from the 2. 5 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun. Rogers looking, throws, incomplete. He got hit as he threw. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal. I didn't pick up the number of that truck that hit him. Even on my replays, on my laptop, I can't find it. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. 4:06 remaining here in the first quarter. They come out in the I formation. Rogers to Kylan Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run by Kylan Johnson, the 3rd-year back out of Tennessee. And the Giants take a 6-0 lead. You know what I could do, Evil Dead? I could call them the Washington Comanches. That would be funny. The Comanches. Actually has a ring to it. Zach Whitney for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead at 7-0. 4:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Live from Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Absolutely not. It was just a thought.
You can the Guru team.
Misty says I can call it the Washington Gurus. Let's see what he thinks about that. So the Redskins will get the ball back. They'll be their second possession, down 7-0. True. Evil Dead likes that idea, Ben. Now, I may still just call them the Redskins just to piss people off. I may just do that as my way of protest. Whitney will kick off for the Giants. Fielded by Reed at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25. And Darrell Reed, the rookie out of Temple, brings it back to the 31-yard line. Yeah, I know you would. It'd be an Evil Dead thing to do. So, in your honor, I will do so. Plus, I really don't want to call them that other name. I really don't. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I call them the other name. 1st and 10 Redskins. They'll have it at their own 31. Down 7-0. I could always... Well, you can only move them in franchise. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Sullivan hands off to Harrison this time. And Ron Harrison down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 yards will be 2nd and 6. Greg Gibson on the tackle. The 5th-year safety out of North Texas. Ron Harrison, the running back, in his 3rd year out of Florida. It'll be 2nd and 6. Redskins with 3 receivers to the far side. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan drops back. Throws to the near side to Harrison down the sideline. And Harrison all the way down to the 47-yard line. An 18-yard gain by Ron Harrison on the swing pass. And the Redskins are in Giant territory, down 7-0. An NFC matchup, NFC East matchup. I should call this stadium the TP. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison. And Harrison to the 44, a gain of 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the tackle, number 90, Ricky Robertson in his 15th year out of Miami, the defensive tackle. 2:40 and counting here in the first quarter. Giants up 7-0. 2nd and 7 for the Redskins at the Giant 44-yard line. In the I formation, Sullivan hands off to Ciali up the middle. Dante Ciali down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 yards and a Redskin first down. Now, you know what would be a funny thing for EA to do? You could only relocate the teams in franchise mode, but to make the Redskins one of the teams available. Little Kid Cam's in the house. Good to see you, kid. Sullivan to Norris, incomplete. Broken up by number 52, Marion Glover, the 5th-year linebacker out of North Carolina. Welcome into the room, Little Kid Cam. I'm just going to call you Kid for short. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Redskins. They're in the I formation. Sullivan under center. Sullivan, play action. He's going to take off and makes his way down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. He's a tall quarterback. Kurt Sullivan, he's 6'5". Hard to bring down. Marion Glover, the linebacker, on the tackle, along with Greg Jones. Jones in his 8th year out of Michigan State. 3rd and 1 for the Redskins at the Giant 28-yard line. Redskins come out in the I formation. 1:25 left in the first. Sullivan hands off to Ciali inside. And Ciali down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, first down Redskins. That'll move the chains. Well, Little Kid Cam didn't stay in the room very long. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. We're coming up on a minute left here in the first quarter. On 1st and 10 from the Giant 25. Sullivan to Ciali around the outside, and Dante Ciali out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. That'll stop the clock for the moment. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now it runs. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan drops back, and he tried to dump it off inside. Incomplete. Not sure what that was. That'll stop the clock momentarily with 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Redskins at the Giant 18-yard line. 5 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Empty backfield on 3rd and 4. Sullivan back. Throws to Harrison, and Ron Harrison down to the 5-yard line. A 13-yard gain and a Redskin first down. The 3rd year back out of Florida. On the tackle, Chris Chapman. Chapman in his 4th year out of Virginia Tech, the defensive back. As we're coming up on the end of the first quarter here, 19 seconds. They should have time for one more play. 1st and goal from the 5. Let's see if the Redskins can punch it in. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan hands off to Ciali. No gain. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Giants up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. The Redskins and the Giants, NFC East matchup. Giants lead at 7-0. As we start the second quarter, it'll be second and goal for the Redskins at the Giants' 6-yard line. These two teams played earlier in the year. I'll try to find that game for you. What's up there, Kid Cam? All right. Good to see you. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan looking. Throws, and it's nearly picked off. Julius Sanders, the linebacker, in his 4th year out of Connecticut, nearly picked it off. And that'll bring up third down. Back in week number 2, the Giants beat the Redskins 24-17. That was up at the Snoopy Stadium. MetLife. I got to find a new name for that one. The Meadowlands. I'm just going to call that the Meadowlands. Third and goal from the 6-yard line. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Little Kid Cam in the room. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. There you go. The audio of the crowd noise going in and out for some reason. Third and goal from the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
Say in motion. Sullivan drops back, throws, dumps it off to Say. Flag is down. And this may be on the Redskins. This is why they're 4-10.
Holding offense.
Holding. If you're the Giants, decline that. It'll be 4th and goal. There you go. Smart move. Take the play. Make it 4th down. So the Redskins will have to kick the field goal. This will be a 23-yard attempt by Mike Bragg, the 5th-year kicker out of Air Force, to put the Redskins on the board. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. The Redskins score, but the Giants still lead it 7-3. 7:50 left here in the second quarter. Live from Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Jammin' Sports. The Redskins will finish the season next week at Philadelphia, and the Giants will host the Cowboys next week in their regular season finale, just like they did last season. Dallas was at the Giants for Week 16 last year. There seems to be a glitch in this game where the crowd noise is going in and out, but that's all right. There's the kickoff by Hamilton. Fielded by East at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25. And James East brings it out to the 33-yard line. James East in his 10th year out of North Carolina. 1st and 10 Giants. They'll have it at their own 33, up 7-3. Both teams have been eliminated from playoff contention. Philadelphia winning the other day knocked the Giants out. Philadelphia still has an opportunity to win the division. In the I formation, Rodgers to Parks, and David Parks gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. On the tackle, number 50, Cameron Wright, the rookie linebacker out of Oregon. It'll be 2nd and 10. 7.5 minutes left here in the first half. William Rodgers, the quarterback, in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws to Collins, and Patrick Collins all the way down to the 38-yard line. A 29-yard reception by Patrick Collins into Redskin territory. Collins in his 8th year out of Georgia. Collins spent 1 year with Cincinnati, and now in his 7th year with the Giants. Under 7 minutes left here in the first half. 1st and 10 Giants from the Redskin 38-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson down to the 34-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. On the tackle, number 26. That's Matt Keys in his 5th year out of USC. Little Kid Cam, what part of the country are you from? I'm in Nashville. Evil Dead's in New York.
I'm in Nashville.
Misty's in Nashville. Of course, she's 5 feet from me. On 2nd and 6, Collins gets out to about the 30-yard line, a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. I like to find out where people are from. I like it when I go international. It's happened a couple of times. 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. 5:50 and counting here in the first half. Giants in the offset eye. Rogers to Kylan Johnson up the middle. Johnson a big gain inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. A 21-yard gain by Kylan Johnson, the 3rd-year back out of Tennessee. First down, G-Men. 1st and goal. After this football game today, we'll have Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals between Colorado and Philadelphia. We'll be in Denver for that one. That series is tied at 2 games or at 1 game apiece. Game 3 tonight. Game 4 tomorrow. Game 5 Saturday. Game 6, if necessary, on Sunday. And Game 7, if necessary, on Monday. It's a best of 7. There won't be an 8 game. Misty goes Game 8 on Tuesday. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Throws inside to Doss. And Chris Doss 2 yards down to the 7-yard line. The 4th-year receiver out of Army. Matt Keys on the tackle again for the Redskins. It'll be 2nd and goal. Guru at work. Guru at work, he says. He's commenting on your Game 8 on Tuesday. It's a best of 7. It won't go 8 games. It's the first team to win 4 games.
That reminds me of y'all.
I'm sorry, what?
That reminds
Okay. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line for the Giants. Under 5 minutes left. Here in the first half, they come out in the I formation. Kylan Johnson around the outside, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. Finally making the tackle, number 55, Mel Kaufman, in his 8th year out of Purdue. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4. I'm sorry, what?
You play one donut?
No. It's hard to eat and call games at the same time. Especially with a powdered donut. That'd be tough. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Rogers looks to the end zone. Throws to Doss. Is he in? Touchdown. G-Men. A 4-yard touchdown catch by Chris Doss. It'll be a 2-possession game now for the Giants. Mel Kaufman making the tackle at the goal line, but he got the ball across. He broke the plane. And now Zach Whitney will come on for the extra point to put the Giants up by 11. Kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead at 14-3, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. Here in the 2nd quarter, live from Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports, where it's the game that matters. In the NFC East, Philadelphia can still win the division. Philadelphia would have to beat these Redskins next week and hope that Dallas loses both to San Francisco later this week and to the Giants next week. If Dallas loses their last 2 games and Philadelphia beats the Redskins next week, Philadelphia's division champs. There's the kick. Fielded by Harrison, a yard deep. over the 15, 20, 25, and Ron Harrison brings it out to the 35-yard line. And the Cowboys, they've got 2 tough games to finish the season. At San Francisco later this week, and then on the road against the Giants next week. So anything can happen. However, if Dallas were to win against San Francisco, they would wrap up the division. Even if they end up tied with Philadelphia, they got the tiebreaker. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Kurt Sullivan under center.
Here we go.
Sullivan drops back, throws inside to Swift. Rashard Swift out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 7 to be 2nd and 3. Rashard Swift in his 4th year out of Alcorn State. 4 minutes and counting here in the first half. Giants up 14-3. Redskins trying to get back in it. Both teams playing for pride. They're both eliminated from the playoffs. On 2nd down, outside defeated, out to the 46-yard line, a gain of 4, and that'll be a Redskin first down. Justin Vaden in his 7th year out of Tennessee, the tight end. He's spent his entire career with the Redskins. .344 left to play here in the first half. Redskins come out. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali around the outside. Dante Ciali all the way out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1. They're in Giant territory. 3:17 and counting here in the first half. Giants up 14-3. That's what I'm going to do next season, Evil Dead. If I end up using Madden 24, we're still going to call the Redskins the Redskins. Because I can. Sullivan to Ciali, bounces off a tackler, but not the second one. But they may get the Giants for a face mask. That flag came in late.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Yep.
Defense.
It's going to be a Redskin first down. Greg Jones, who finally made the tackle, brought him down by the face mask. And that's going to move the ball down to the Giant 37-yard line. First down, Redskins. 3:02 left to play here in the first half. What would be cool with Madden 24, I know they won't use the helmet, but if they would still give us these uniforms minus the helmet, that would look good with the W helmet, I think. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. In the offset eye. Sullivan to Ciali up the middle, and Dante Ciali making the moves down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 11 for the 6th year back out of Marshall. First down, Redskins. Yep, that's going to be my protest of the name change. Still calling them the Redskins after Madden 20. Madden 20 was the last game that they were the Redskins. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Kurt Sullivan, the quarterback, under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali again. And Ciali, no gain. On the tackle, number 53, Walter Spencer, the 5th-year linebacker out of Oregon. Now they say a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. Walter Spencer, in his 5th year out of Oregon, spent 4 years with the 49ers, now in his first season with the Giants. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. They won't get the playoff in time. Giants up 14-3 here at Jammin' Sports. welcome back to Capitol Stadium. Landover, Maryland, right outside our nation's capital of Washington, D.C. The Giants and the Redskins. The Giants lead it by a score of 14-3 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Both teams have been eliminated from playoff contention. They're just finishing up the schedule. 5 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Sullivan throws underneath to Vaden. Justin Vaden. He's got the first down. Down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 16 yards to the big tight end. First down, Redskins. What I want to see is everybody's reaction next season when I'm still calling the Washington team the Redskins. They'll have the big W helmets, and I'll still be calling them the Redskins.
No, Washington Gurus.
No, it's not the Washington Gurus. Just outside the 10-yard line, so 1st and 10. They can still get a first down at about the half-yard line. Sullivan hands off to Harrison up the middle, and Ron Harrison down to the 4. That'll be a gain of 6. It'll be second down. Gracie's in the house. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
There you go. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 4-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Sullivan. Sullivan takes the snap. He got hit as he threw, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 55 seconds left here in the first half. Marion Glover came in and made the hit in his 5th year out of North Carolina. Evil Dead spelled it right that time. All right. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 4-yard line. Sullivan under center. Say in motion. Sullivan looking to the end zone. And he gets sacked back at the 10-yard line. On the sack, Thomas Watts, the rookie defensive end out of Kansas. And they take a timeout. Do the Giants. They want to get the ball back with a chance to score again. Redskins are going to have to settle for a field goal. This will be a 27-yard attempt by Mike Bragg on 4th down. From 27 yards. Taking a lot of time. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. It's now a 1-possession game. The Giants are up 14-6. 47 seconds left here in the first half. And now the Giants, they still have 2 timeouts and 47 seconds to work with. They might be able to get into field goal range. The Giants, a disappointing season. If you remember last season, the Giants went all the way to the NFC Championship game. They lost to the Bears. The Bears went on to win the Super Bowl, if you remember. Difficult season for the Giants. They're 6-8. Just not the same team they used to be. And the Redskins, of course, another disappointing year. They're 4-10. There's the kickoff by Hamilton. Fielded by East at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. And James East out to the 31-yard line. The 10th-year receiver out of North Carolina, James East. The Tar Heel. First down, Giants at their own 31 with 43 seconds left. I'm glad the Redskins are finally getting rid of that owner of theirs. The NFL is pretty much forcing that. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers back. Throws downfield. Caught by Doss. Out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. The Giants take a timeout. What would really be cool is if every prospective owner that the NFL vetted, if they insisted they get the Redskin name back or they're not going to buy the team. That would be something. I would hold out for that if I was the front runner. If I had that kind of money. 38 seconds left here in the half. If I could own the Redskins, I would bring them back to their glory days. Rodgers in the shotgun on 2nd and 2. Rodgers back. Looking. Throws down the middle. Caught by Collins. Out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 12 yards. Another Giant first down. They only have one timeout. 25 seconds. Clock is running. Now they take the timeout. They wasted about 4 seconds. They take their final timeout with 21 seconds left. They'll have it at the Redskin 49-yard line. Too far for a field goal, but throw a pass to the sideline, get out of bounds, and try to salvage 3 points before halftime. Let's go over our doubleheader for tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be Pittsburgh at Cleveland, and the Steelers can wrap up the division and the number 1 seed with a win tomorrow. And then it will be the Bucs and the Falcons.
All right, here we go.
1st and 10 from the 49. Rodgers back, looking, throws to Doss down to the 35-yard line. They got to hurry up, spike it. If they can spike it in time, they can try a 52-yard field goal. Rodgers will spike it with 7 seconds left. Not only can the Steelers wrap up their division tomorrow with a win, but the Buccaneers can also wrap up the NFC Central with a win tomorrow. Zach Whitney, this will be from 52 yards right before halftime to put the Giants back up by 11. The kick is up, and it's good. He nailed it. 52 yards in the rain. That's not easy. And the Giants are back up by 11, 17-6. Nice kick by Zach Whitney. That would have been good from about 54, I think. 3 seconds left. Time enough for the kickoff. It'll be Pittsburgh at Cleveland tomorrow. And Pittsburgh can wrap up their division and be the number 1 seed if they win. And Atlanta at Tampa Bay. The Bucs can wrap up their division. And the number 2 seed, they would wrap that up. There's the kick. Fielded by Harrison. He'll take a knee. The winner of the NFC East will automatically be the number 3 seed. We already know that. It's such a weak division this season. 3 seconds left until halftime. Let's see what the Redskins choose to do. Last play of the first half. The Redskins are just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. Sullivan takes a knee. We go to halftime. Halftime score, the Giants 17, the Redskins 6, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. The Giants and the Eagles, and NFC East showdown here in Week 15. The Giants come in at 6-8, the Redskins at 4-10. We're having a little audio difficulty for some reason with the crowd noise on this game. The last game was fine. It's a glitch that happens like once every 1,000 games, I think. There's the kick. Fielded by Harrison in the end zone. Will take a knee. Touchback. And the Redskins will have it at the 25-yard line. Down by 11. Let's see if the Redskins can get back in this. Both teams have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So they're just playing out the schedule. First and 10, Washington. In the offset eye from their own 25. Sullivan, three-step drop. Throws inside to Say. And Virgil Say 8 yards out to the 33-yard line. In his 7th year out of Oregon State, Virgil Say. A gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. We'll have 4 games on Saturday, and that should leave us 3 games on Sunday. Sullivan, play action looking, throws outside, caught by Ciali. A flag is down. And this may be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
Holding on Trent Williams, the left tackle. That'll back it up. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Redskins back at their own 23-yard line. The Giants lead it 17-6 here in the third quarter. If you missed the earlier game, the Raiders held on to beat the Ravens 22-20. That's in the video section. On 2nd down, Sullivan to Ciali. And Dante Ciali gets around the corner, down the sideline. Dante Ciali all the way out to the 48-yard line. A 25-yard run by Dante Ciali, breaking a couple of tackles. The 6th-year running back out of Marshall. First down, Redskins at their own 48-yard line. 7 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Finally making the tackle, number 30. That's Sam Tarver, the 4th-year safety out of Arkansas. Under 7 minutes left now in the third. Redskins come out in the I formation. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Dante Ciali a yard out to the 49 to be 2nd and 9. On the tackle, number 24, Chris Adams, the 6th-year safety out of Mississippi State. It'll be 2nd and 9. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. And little Kid Cam in the house. Misty's here. On 2nd and 9. Sullivan in the shotgun, back to throw. Sullivan throws to Harrison. He spin move, and he gets the first down all the way out to the Giant 37-yard line. A 12-yard catch and run by Ron Harrison, the 3rd-year back out of Florida. First down, Redskins. That's right, Redskins, damn it. I don't play this politically correct nonsense. I'm not woke, nor will I ever be. If you're offended by Redskins, well, you can go somewhere else. I feel badly that words offend you so much that you break down and cry. Grow a pair, man up. I am. Every time I do a Redskin game, I get on this soapbox, man. It really upsets me. Sullivan under center. Sullivan to Ciali, and Dante Ciali down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 8 to be 2nd and 2. This whole woke nonsense upsets me. It really does. Especially what the Biden administration now is trying to do with Title IX. They're turning Title IX into an abomination. Easy for me to say. I'll explain in a minute. Second and 2 from the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Reich's in motion. Sullivan to Stiali, and Dante Stiali to the 25-yard line. There is a bill that the Democrats are sponsoring right now to change Title IX to include trans women to be recognized as women, and that they can not only participate with women, but have access to all women's spaces. That is in the bill. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Sullivan to McDade. And McDade all the way down to the 17-yard line. Landon McDade, the rookie out of Louisville. They're going to totally eliminate women's sports. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't watch a whole lot of women's sports. However, I know the value of women's sports to women. Okay? Second and 2 from the 17-yard line. Sullivan to McDade. He's got the first down to the 13-yard line. But women, you see, they can still get scholarships to college and things like that through athletics. And I think that's a great thing. Riley Gaines, who was in front of Congress yesterday, I was watching her testimony. I'm a big fan of hers. She's standing up for what's right. First and 10 from the 13-yard line. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Say. And Virgil Say down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. It'll be first and goal. Well, yeah, there's that too, but still. I mean, she has every right to be upset about that male swimmer, what's his face? The funny thing is, 15, 20 years ago, people like that want to participate against women, they'd be taken off to a mental hospital. Now we're celebrating it. First and goal from the 3-yard line. Sullivan to Harrison, and Harrison down to the 4-yard line, a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard, it'll be second and goal. But no man should be allowed in women's locker rooms, in women's private spaces. That's just wrong. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. What's up, Kick 'em Uncle? Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison. And he's going to lose another yard. It'll be third and goal. I like what Ted Cruz asked the activist, the left activist. He said, well, he asked her a question. He goes, is there a difference between men and women? And she would not answer the question. She would not answer the question. She kept trying to filibuster the answer. Third and goal from the 5. I'll finish my thought. Sullivan under center on third and goal. Sullivan looking. Throws inside to Swift. Touchdown, Redskins. And they made it a one-possession game. A 5-yard touchdown catch by Rashard Swift. And it's now 17-12. A 5-point game. The Redskins will go for 2. So this lady would not recognize that there's a difference between men and women. So Ted Cruz follows it up with this. If you're saying that men and women are the same, then why have women's sports to begin with? And she was just like, 2-point conversion time. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan looking. Throws. Back of the end zone. The flag is down. It doesn't look like the 2-point conversion was good. Vaden caught it, but I think he was out of bounds. Illegal touching. Incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The Giants lead it 17-12 with 2:17 left to play. Here in the third quarter, live from Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Well, yeah, vice versa is true. Women should not be allowed in men's either. I agree 100%. I don't care if you're a news reporter. You don't belong in there. They don't let men reporters in the women locker room. You don't hear us crying discrimination. It works both ways, absolutely. And the funny thing with this debate, you don't see any trans men wanting to participate in men's sports. Now, do you? It's a one-way street. The arrow's pointing one way. That's the word we dare not say, kicking. That is the forbidden word. There's the kickoff by Hamilton. Fielded by East at the 4-yard line over the 20, 25. And James East out to the 27-yard line. So the Giants' lead is now 5 with 2:13 left to play. Evil Dead and I were talking earlier. When Madden 24 comes out, if I end up using it, which I probably will, I'll use the Washington team, but I'm still going to call them the Redskins. I'm not going to call them that other name that we dare not say. Out of spite, just to piss people off, I'm going to call them the Redskins. 1st and 10 for the 27-yard line.
I'm already mad.
Misty's already mad. 1st and 10. Misty being funny again. Sack back at the 17-yard line. Mel Kaufman on the sack. In his 8th year out of Purdue, a loss of 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 20. Why are you mad? You have no dog in the fight. Why are you mad?
Everybody else is mad.
No one else? Nobody else here is mad. I'm just saying. Under 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Giants up 17-12. It'll be 2nd and 20 for the Giants back at the 17-yard line. Redskins try to get back in this game down by 5. Rogers under center. Rogers hands off to David Parks. And Parks gets a couple of yards out to the 23. Make it a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 14. Mel Kaufman again on the tackle. 1:30 left here in the third quarter. NHL hockey after this, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Avalanche and the Flyers. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. On 3rd and 14, Rogers in the gun. Rogers back. Looking. He's got all day. Boy, he's got a lot of time. To Collins. All the way out to the 50-yard line, a 27-yard gain. First down, Giants. The beta window for Madden 24 is now closed. But Electronic Arts got all the feedback it needed. And from what I'm reading, it's a much smoother game. There's more realistic animations now. From what I understand, they made a lot of changes to it. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back. Throws outside to Doss down the sideline. Chris Doss, a big gain. Inside the 10. All the way down to the Redskin 4-yard line. A 46-yard gain to Chris Doss, the 4th-year receiver out of Army. And that might be the last play of the quarter. And the Giants are knocking on the door. They're up by 5. They can make it a 2-possession game again. We were under 20 seconds here before the play started. Let's see where we are. 16 seconds. They should get the play off in time. 1st and goal. They come out in the I formation. Rogers under center. Gets the play off in time. Parks. And David Parks down to the 3. And that's the end of the third quarter. Giants up 17-12 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Capitol Stadium. That's what I'm calling it now. I'm not using corporate sponsorships anymore because they changed too much. I'm going to call them what I want to call them. Landover, Maryland, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. The Giants and the Redskins. The Giants lead it 17-12 as we start the fourth quarter. And I think Evil Dead's right. I'm just ornery tonight. Second and goal from the 3-yard line.
Always.
Misty goes always. In the I formation. Rogers to Kylan Johnson. Johnson in for the touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. Misty being funny again tonight. Wow. Misty cracking the jokes. We got to take her on tour. Yeah, that's what Evil Dead heard you. He's laughing. And the Giants go up 23-12. They're back up by 11. With the extra point coming. And now Zach Whitney for the PAT. The kick is up. And it's good. Giants lead it 24-12. A two-possession 12-point lead with 7:56 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Hockey after this, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Avalanche and the Flyers. That series tied at 1 game apiece. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers can wrap up the division and wrap up the number 1 seed with a win tomorrow. Actually, now that I think about it, they can just wrap up the division. They can't lock up the number 1 seed just yet, but they can lock up the division. I forgot about Miami and the Jets having yet to play this week. There's the kick. Fielded by Reed at the 4-yard line, over the 25, and out to the 25-yard line. Darrell Reed on the return. And then the second game tomorrow, after the Steelers and the Browns, will be the Falcons and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers can wrap up the division title tomorrow with a win, and they can wrap up the number 2 seed. Even if Detroit and Chicago were to win the last 2 games and tie the Buccaneers, the Bucs have the tiebreaker. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun. Not Rogers, Sullivan, I'm sorry. Ciala goes out in motion as a receiver. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Vaden. And Justin Vaden down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7. Make it a gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. Chris Chapman on the tackle. 7:35 and counting. On second down. Sullivan drops back to pass. Throws inside to Reichs. Down to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards and a Redskin first down. Noah Reichs, the rookie tight end out of Tennessee. First down, Redskins. Coming up to make the tackle, number 33, Thomas Dyer, in his second year out of Akron. The Redskins, they have to score twice. They're down by 12. And they have less than 7 minutes to do so. We're in the fourth quarter. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Say. Virgil Say out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 9 yards to be 2nd and inches. Six and a half minutes left to play. 2nd and inches for the Redskins. Sullivan back, throws, gets it out to Norris. And Norris down to the 39-yard line. That's James Norris, the second-year receiver out of Ball State. A gain of 14 yards and a Redskin first down. Redskins on the move, trying to get back in this game, trying to score quickly. They still have time if they can get a quick score here. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Sullivan in the shotgun, a single back in the backfield. Ciali goes out as a receiver once again. Sullivan takes the snap, throws. He's got Ciali down the sideline, all the way down to the 20-yard line. I don't think anybody picked him up. 19 yards and a Redskin first down. He also gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 5:49 left. Sam Tarver on the tackle, number 20, excuse me. Or number 30. I'll get it right. Misty says it's past your bedtime. $5:49 left. Now the clock runs. 1st and 10 from the Giant 20-yard line. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali up the middle. Dante Ciali all the way down to the 9-yard line. An 11-yard gain. It'll be 1st and goal Redskins. Under 5.5 to play. Julius Sanders on the tackle. The 4th-year linebacker out of Connecticut. 5:20 and counting. It'll be 1st and goal. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan to Harrison. And Ron Harrison to the 8-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal. On the tackle, number 59, Shane Ryan, the 6th-year linebacker out of Arkansas. Under 5 minutes to play. 2nd and goal for the Redskins at the Giant 8-yard line. Giants up by 12. The Redskins can cut that lead in half. In the I formation. Sullivan to Ciali. And Ciali no gain. On the tackle, Walter Spencer stopped him in his tracks. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 4:25 and counting. On 3rd down, Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back, looking, throws outside, incomplete. It's 4th and goal. He was looking for Ciali in the flat, and he overthrew him. It'll be 4th down. The Redskins have to go for it. Essentially ball game here. They won't have enough time, I don't think, if they don't get this. 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Sullivan back. Rolls out, throws underneath to save, and he can't hold on. Sam Tarver knocked the ball away. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Redskins come up empty. The Giants lead it 24-12. Sam Tarver making the play, the 4th-year safety out of Arkansas. It'll be 1st and 10 Giants going the other way now. Oh, I just found out my laptop's not plugged in. I'm about to lose power. Well, let's plug this bad boy in. I didn't notice it wasn't plugged in. Don't want to lose my stream. There we go. Now it's plugged in. 1st and 10 Giants from the 8-yard line. William Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers back. Rogers steps up. Flag is down. If that's holding in the end zone, it's a safety. Kennedy. And Kennedy out to the 19-yard line. Now let's find out about this holding call.
Holding offense.
If that happened in the end zone, it did not. They say it was out of the end zone. Half the distance to the goal line. It'll be 1st and 14 back at the 4-yard line. I noticed there was 2 separate groups being blocked in the end zone. 1st and 14 now back at the 4. 3:59 left to play. Giants up by 12. They come out in the I formation. Rogers hands off to Parks. David Parks around the outside. And he gets out to the 9-yard line. The second-year back out of Michigan State. A gain of 5 yards will be 2nd and 9. 3:45 and counting. The Redskins desperately need a stop. It'll be 2nd and 9. Rogers under center for the Giants. He'll hand off to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson out to the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 to bring up 3rd and 3. Robert Foster on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 3rd year out of Tennessee. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the 15-yard line. No, that's not chewing. That's something that she's watching. That's what you're hearing back there. 3rd and 3. Rogers rolls out. Throws outside to Parks down the sideline. Across the 30. Out to the 35-yard line. A 20-yard gain. First down Giants. And I think that might do it. A fresh set of downs for New York. They can eat up the clock now. Eat up more time. They have a 2-possession lead. It looks like the Giants will go to 7 and 8. And the Redskins will drop to 4 and 11. Rough year for the Redskins. 1st and 10 Giants at their own 35. Rogers in the shotgun. Rogers hands off to Kylan Johnson. A 2-yard gain for Johnson. It'll be 2nd and 8. Raymond Ray on the tackle, the 4th-year defensive tackle out of Houston. 2-minute warning, fast approaching here. Will they get the playoff in time? Nope. We hit the 2-minute warning. Giants up 24-12 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Capitol Stadium, Landover, Maryland. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Giants and the Redskins. Giants lead it 24-12. 2 minutes remaining. A 12-point Giant lead. The Redskins will start using their timeouts now. If the Giants get another first down, this one's over. It's pretty much over already, though. Rogers in the shotgun with 2 backs back there with him. Takes the snap, hands off to Kylan Johnson, and Johnson's got another first down all the way out to the 49-yard line. A 12-yard gain. The Redskins take a timeout. They have 2 left. 1:54 left. So the Giants next week will wrap up their regular season at home against the Cowboys. They can be spoilers for the Cowboys now if they beat them. And the Redskins will finish the season at Philadelphia next week to take on the Eagles, who have everything to play for next week. In the I formation, Rogers, play action looking. And he's in trouble. He gets sacked back at the 38-yard line. The Redskins will take a timeout. That's a loss of 13 yards. It'll be 2nd and 23. $1:47 left to play. In the rain here at Landover, Maryland, right outside of D.C. The NFL Washington franchise, they're looking at the property where RFK Stadium stands right now as the proposed site for a new stadium. 2nd and 23 at the 38-yard line. in the I formation.
Let's go. Green 39.
Rogers to Parks, and David Parks gets 4 yards out to the 42. The Redskins take their final timeout. It'll be 3rd and 19 for the Giants at their own 42-yard line. Redskins out of timeouts. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Steelers and Browns, followed by the Falcons and the Bucks. And the Steelers and the Bucks can both wrap up division titles with a win tomorrow night. Third and 19 from the 42-yard line. Giants come out in the I formation.
Let's go.
Rogers to Parks. And Parks gets wrapped up, just a 1-yard gain. It'll be 4th down. Cameron Wright, the linebacker, on the tackle. Redskins are out of timeouts. The clock is running. The Giants will run it down, and Matt Runniger gets the punt away. Fielded by Reed at the 16, and Darrell Reed brings it out to the 28-yard line. 1 minute left. The Redskins are down by 2 possessions. They have no timeouts. They need 2 touchdowns. Good luck with that. It'd be hard enough to get 1 with no timeouts, much less 2. And then we'll head to Denver, Colorado for Game 3 of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals between the Flyers and the Avalanche. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Sullivan in the shotgun, 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan back, throws downfield, incomplete. 57 seconds left. That'll stop the clock. On 2nd and 10. 4 receivers wide for the Redskins. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Sullivan in trouble. Gets sacked and fumbles. It's recovered, though, by an offensive lineman. A loss of 8. It'll be 3rd and 18. They got to get the receivers back. 3rd and 18. 40 seconds left. Sullivan takes the snap. Throws downfield, caught by Say. He's got the first down out to the 43-yard line, a 22-yard gain. Clock is running. 25 seconds. And Sullivan will spike it with 22 seconds left. Too little, too late for the Redskins, as there's only 22 seconds left. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan looking. Rolls out, rolling around, throws deep downfield. And it's caught for the touchdown by James Norris. Wow, 57 yards. Well, that makes it a 1-possession game. Hold the phones. I may have been a bit premature on this one. A 57-yard touchdown catch by James Norris, the 4th-year receiver out of Alcorn State. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll make the score 24-18, a 6-point game. They'll go for 1, make it a 5-point game. Mike Bragg for the extra point. Kicking Uncle's happy. And it's blocked. Of course it is. It remains a 6-point ball game. That's the Redskins season in a nutshell. Chris Adams came in and blocked the extra point. The 6th-year safety out of Mississippi State. Doesn't make any difference, though. It's still a 1-possession game. A 6-point game now with 14 seconds left. So the Redskins, they have to go for the onside kick because they have no timeouts, for one. and they're still down by 6. Now, if they recover this onside kick, things get really interesting. Let's see what happens here. Onside kick is recovered by Asher Kirk. So that'll be it. One more snap and we're done. And the Giants are going to hold on to win it 24-18. The Giants go to 7-8. The Redskins drop to 4-11. One more snap and we're done. Well, the Redskins made it interesting at the end there. William Rogers in the victory formation. He'll take a knee, and that'll do it. Final seconds will tick away. Your final score: the New York Giants 24, the Washington Redskins 18. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Stanley Cup Finals Game 3 up next here at Jammin' Sports.